happy day, happy Thursday, and what a beautiful day to be alive. I'm starting my second day, my latest fast, my fast in Uranus, and feeling pretty good. I started out my morning with my regular routine with my body rub and my diatomaceous earth in my pee. Drinking that, and I put some in my enema bag and do it that way. And wow, it's amazing how amazing it is. It's just amazing. What other word is there to describe it but amazing? To be clean in the body, not just from the outside, but from the inside. What a concept. Now, this is something that I never really gave much thought to until it came to urine therapy. I mean, I started when I was a vegan. I thought, well, I'm going to eat better. I'm going to cut out meat. I'm going to cut out, dairy and fish, and then, alcohol and cigarettes and coffee and, all these things. But, I was still eating a lot. I was still eating cooked food. And I was losing some weight and I was feeling better, but I still hadn't conquered the greatest habit of all, food. And so I've really had to do a lot of homework and do a lot of studying. And I realized that there's nothing more important than changing the mind. See, if you change your mind, you can change your habit. Now, I've worked at this consistently for years now. The last 3 years specifically, I've worked at changing a lot of habits. And it was all due to me changing my mind. Now, the thing about changing your mind about urine is critical because we've been trained to think that urine is, nasty, disgusting, and waste, that is full of toxic poison, and that's why it's leaving our body. Wrong. It's not any of those things. It's not. If you bother to read some of the books that have cataloged all of these ideas, not just in a simple idea, but with case histories, with actual experiences with different people of extreme disease, extreme. Like in John Armstrong's book, Water of Life, it is very clear that even the most disgusting, thick, foul, putrid smelling, gruel that might come out of your urine, it's still okay to consume it, and it heals you. Now, it's hard to wrap your head around that, I know, but it's just true. It's just true. Because if we don't change our habit, nothing's going to change. And if we don't change our mind, we'll never change a habit. And most people just will live in some sort of denial because, well, especially around food. Food is one of the most seductive and addictive things that we have ever adopted in our human experience, bar none. I mean, walk into any grocery store or walk down the street and smell all the restaurants. Now, it's very much by design how these things are set up so that you are enticed and subjected and subducted into a zone like, oh, that smells so good, and oh, now I'm hungry, and these are all just Pavlovian. They're just dog whistles. It's just a call and response. Because once you change your mind and once you change your habit. Now, for me, I went vegan 2 years ago. So now, for me, when I walk by, when I'm walking down the street and I smell, like food coming from restaurants, especially like fast food restaurants, I just smell death. That's what it smells like to me. It just smells like burnt death. and even the smell of the oil, that is used to deep fry all that shit. It just it makes me ill to smell it. So does the smell of cigarettes. So does the smell of alcohol. It all just kind of makes me nauseous anymore. To even look at cakes, cupcakes, and candy, and that stuff just nauseates me to even look at it. Rows of chips, and the endless line of sodas. I mean, you walk around and look at this stuff, and it shouldn't say anything in the aisle but poison, 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 poison. Which aisle's poison in? Just about every aisle. The aisles of denial. And hey, believe me, I know, this is no easy stretch. It's not a walk in the park, but it's simple enough. You just change your mind, change your habit. That's the process. That's what you got to do. So now I've got all these new habits. I'm now doing um, uh, diatomeous earth, and I'm putting that in my morning pea cup with my pea and mixing that up and drinking it. I'm putting it in my enema bag with aged urine and doing my enemas. I'm doing turpentine, and so I'm working on cleaning my body. Now the body rubs are awesome, so that I'm bathing myself in urine. I'm drinking my urine, and I'm doing enemas in urine. And you know what? It's working because I'm cleaning my body from the inside out. My hair is getting healthier. My skin is getting healthier. My organs are getting healthier. I've lost all the pain in my body. I'm not taking meds. Another habit I changed because I used to take them 2 and 3 times a day with handfuls. No more. So the good news is anything can change if you change your mind. You just got to get past the initial phase, and that is always the denial. Once we get past and accept that we've been gooning ourselves and sabotaging ourselves and not being the highest good. Now, a lot of people are okay with that. Don't get me wrong. Some people don't want to live a long life. They don't. That's why they all drink and smoke and eat bad food and be obese and all that. They're basically just waiting to die. They're just doing it really slowly. It will catch up. All of these things, all the diseases in our society are based on consumption, whether that be food or beverage or air. Air is a consumptive item. And, how they affect our organs is all directly in relation to what the poison is. Now, you can breathe some really bad shit and be dead in moments. Now, that indicates that breath is the critical key right there. You can eat something and you might get sick and you can survive and all that. But, hey, when you get poisoned in the air, hey, man, life ends pretty quick. So I'm doing what I can to be the cleanest possible human being inside and out that I can obtain on my own. And it's really not costing me much. I've made a huge, huge investment. I spent $11.95 for the turpentine. And I spent $11.95 for the diatomaous earth. And they were with free delivery. So, there I have a whole $22 in, and I spend $1 a gallon for my distilled water. So that's my huge investment anymore, to seek great health. Haha, pretty simple. And it all had to do with changing my mind. I changed my mind, and I changed my habit. So I wrote a poem yesterday that kind of metaphorically describes this experience with the fasting and all. And I got a kick out of this one, so I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Cafe is Closed. The cafe is closed. I've emptied the racks. My mouth is on lockdown for the dumpster out back. I'm flushing the tubes. while doing pea shooters. In the back door like a pack of looters. Tearing down walls to get to the core. Flushing 2 times and still finding more. The cafe was stuffed from endless consumption. Eating for health, a consumer assumption. So no more deliveries. The cafe needs rest. A full excavation put to the test. The moment is now. The fast has begun. I've got urine nutrition and turpentine gum. The cafe is closed. A page from the past. To be a breatharian, it's important to fast. And there it is. So, with all that being said, I hope you have a beautiful, marvelous, and a wonderful day. I hope your summer has shown up and it's treating you good. And so, love to you all. Peace to you all. And boom! Ha ha! You've just been loved. Bye now.